Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to take a break from null binding and talk to you a little bit about Trollen Wheels, and this is because I got into a very nasty fight with a cheese grater, and while this may look tiny, it's been a bit of a pain when I bend my knuckle, and I'm being a bit of a crybaby and just being like, no, I'm not dealing with that, so the least I can bend this finger the better. I hadn't heard about Trollen Wheels until about 4 weeks ago when someone I volunteer with introduced me to them. Those of you who've done Kumihimo may recognise this thing. It is a Kumihimo disc. And unless you're going to make your own Trollen Wheel, which you could do using a thick card, you could carve one from wood, such things like that, I would recommend going online, getting yourself a Kumihimo disc. This one cost me £2, and just using that. So this is, if you have done Kumihimo, this is very similar. It's a form of rope braiding, but the method's just a tiny little bit different. So what you're going to want is 7 lengths of wool. I have cut these to the length of my desk because I couldn't think of anything else. Obviously, the longer you want your piece of rope, the longer you're going to need to cut these. I'm sure you'll be able to figure that out. So when you've got 7 lengths, tie a knot in the end and just put that through the middle. I like to leave a little bit of tail. Oh, excuse me. Because then you've got something to grip before it gets nice and long, just to keep tension and keep hold of things. Though, thankfully, this disc had these nice black lines on it already, and I drew on the green ones because for Trollen Wheel, you only need 8 gaps. So, let's spread out these threads. Not the most interesting part of the craft, but there we go. Starting's never interesting. So you have your 7 threads in your 7 of your 8 points, and then you have your 1 free. The only thing you really need to remember with this is if you are turning the disc anti-clockwise, keep moving anti-clockwise. If you're turning it clockwise, then just keep going in the same direction. So what you want to do is pick up your 3rd thread, so you have your gap, then 1, 2, 3, pick up that 3rd one, move it to your gap. Ooh, I have one over there that's in the wrong position. There we go. And then turn your wheel and do exactly the same thing. 1, 2, 3, take that 3rd one and put it into your gap. And that's all you're going to keep doing, is taking your 3rd strand, putting it into that gap, and turning your wheel around. This is wonderful and simple. It's one of those brilliant crafts that you can do on the go, and it gives you really nice results and pretty quick results too. If you have done Kumihimo, it tends to be quite fast, and I just think this is lovely. You just keep going round. I'm trying to get a bit of length on this so I can show you what it looks like. Your strands are probably going to get all tangled like so. If you have any of those Kumihimo bobbins, they're probably not called Kumihimo bobbins, but they're those clear plastic bobbins that sort of fold back on themselves. Those will be really beneficial here. You want to try and keep the same tension all times, so you can tug on the tail end a little bit, and then just keep going round and round and round. The thing I really like about Trollen Wheels is, you can do this while you're watching TV, you can do this while you're travelling. I travel on trains once a week to get to where I volunteer. So for me, this kind of thing is absolutely fantastic because I can just sit there on the train, and I'm either drop spinning, loose separating, or using my Trollen Wheel. And yeah, drop spinning is not the easiest thing to do on a crowded train. So eventually you're going to start seeing your braid coming out the back. And you can see a little bit of it starting to form. If I just reach over here and produce here's one I made earlier. And this is the kind of thing you're going to get. It's not stretchy, it's very, very, very strong. And honestly, I just think it looks really pretty, especially when you're using multicoloured thread. I mean, this stuff, I love this stuff. It's just rainbow nylon. It's absolutely fantastic for things like this. I also have a piece that I did with the Osler stitch and gnaw binding, just because sometimes it's nice to make something chunky and see your stitches. So that's my little tutorial on the Trollen Wheel. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments or contact me on Instagram. I will leave my... Oh, actually, you can also contact me on Twitter now, so I shall leave my Instagram and Twitter name down in the description below. And next time I do a Trollen Wheel video, I will hopefully be able to talk you through making your own, either using craft foam or thick card. But as I said, gummy humour discs are just very, very useful for this kind of thing. So I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.